What is going on, everybody? And I didn't think I would be here having to make another video discussing Angry Joe's Uncharted 4 review, but here we are making the video because we have to discuss the unfortunate idiocy of some people on this website. Apparently, a lot of people have had issues with Angry Joe's Uncharted 4 review, which is fine. I had my own issues with his review as well. I made a video about it, so check that out if you haven't already. So I've been reading comments and looking at other people's videos to see if, maybe if they were going to raise the same points that I did. Just to see. But no. People are only talking about one thing now when discussing Angry Joe's Uncharted 4 review. Apparently, Angry Joe can't review Uncharted 4 properly because he used auto-aim in his playthrough. I mean, never mind the fact that Joe has been reviewing games for years using auto-aim and nobody mentioned it then, and it didn't seem like a big deal then, but for some reason, and now it's a big deal. Yeah, apparently if you use auto-aim in a game, you can't properly review the game. Like, you're unqualified to review the game. That is complete stupidity. It's just stupid. I mean, let's ignore the fact that most modern games have some slight auto-aim in it already. Sometimes it's got hard lock auto-aim, but sometimes it's got soft lock auto-aim, and it's just so minuscule you can't even see it. But it's there. It's still there. Haven't you ever hovered your cursor over an enemy, and maybe you were like a centimeter off, but all of a sudden the game moves your cursor right on the enemy? That's still auto-aim. It's in most modern games. And that's actually been a complaint with a lot of old school gamers who grew up with the older shooters from back in the day. But I digress. There's nothing magical about Uncharted 4's combat that you can't properly review it unless you have auto-aim turned off. Here, I will review Uncharted 4's combat right here. There's melee combat where you mash square 1,000 times and you occasionally hit triangle to counter. The rest of the game is your standard third-person shooter with cover mechanics. There you go. I just reviewed Uncharted 4's combat. You can look at the combat, and whether auto-aim's on or not has no factor in the combat. It just makes the game easier. And Naughty Dog added in the hard lock auto-aim in the game to help people with disabilities. And you know what? That's commendable for Naughty Dog. I mean, I just don't get this mindset that apparently if you use auto-aim that you're a terrible gamer and you can't review it. Like, you're disqualified from reviewing a game. I mean, it doesn't matter what the story is or the graphics or the fundamentals of the game. All that doesn't matter. You can't see any of that if you're using auto-aim. It's stupid. And I wonder if any of these people that are criticizing Joe for using auto-aim, I wonder if any of these people played Dark Souls and they used the lock-on feature in Dark Souls. Because, guess what? The lock-on feature in Dark Souls is auto-aim. It's a feature that is designed to help you aim better at the enemies. I guarantee you a lot of these people that are criticizing Joe, I guarantee you they use the lock-on feature in Dark Souls. And you know what? Both are optional. Auto-aim in Uncharted 4 is optional. The lock-on feature in Dark Souls is optional. But I guarantee you people used it in Dark Souls, and they're pretty much passing judgment on Joe. And I don't remember at any time Joe ever going around saying that he was an expert gamer, that he was the most skilled gamer in the world. Now, if Joe was running around and saying he was the best gamer, he was the most skilled, that nobody can touch him, if he was going around doing that and he was using auto-aim, you know what? You'd have every right to pass judgment on him, but he's not doing that. He's just a guy that plays games and then reviews them and gives you his take on it. That's all he does. And if you're going to criticize his review, criticize it on points that matter, like his lack of understanding of the Uncharted story and why certain cutscenes didn't have an impact on him because he never played the previous games. You know, stuff like that. I go into greater detail in my criticisms of his review in my other video, so check that out. Now, I know some people are going to be watching this, and they're probably going to be thinking to themselves, well, you know, Dan, you made a video talking about the guy from Polygon who was getting roasted over his horrible gameplay of Doom, and you said he was terrible, and he had no business reviewing not only Doom, but first-person shooters in general, so you're being a hypocrite here. No, I'm not. And I will tell you why. Because there's a huge difference between not being good at a game and just pretty much being completely incompetent at a game. I will give you the perfect example. I am a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I've been a huge Mortal Kombat fan since the first game all the way back on the Super Nintendo. I have never been good at Mortal Kombat. At any point, I have never been good at the game. But I'm at least competent at the game. I know where the punch buttons are. I know where the kick buttons are. I know what the block button is. I know what block does. I understand combos. I understand special moves. It's just I can't execute them at a high level in a tournament setting. But I still understand the functions of Mortal Kombat. So I can still properly review the game because I understand the functions of the game and how it works, even though I can't actually do it myself. The guy from Polygon seemingly didn't even know how to play a first-person shooter, so he doesn't understand the fundamentals of a first-person shooter and how a first-person shooter actually plays and works. And it was evident in his gameplay. So no, it is not the same thing here. It is not the same thing at all. You know, I'm starting to think that we have a lot of gamers out there that act very elitist. And a lot of them, they have their judgment clouded because of their elitism. So, please don't be an elitist. Just don't. It makes you look worse most of the time than the people you were actually criticizing, like right here. So, alright, I think I've covered everything I wanted to, so let me know what you think about this whole situation, and until next time, have a good one.